Sure is misty outside. Lucky we don't have to bend on getting a taxicab, Mrs. Bishop. Cynthia ready?
Oh, you know women, but she'll be down. You've got a closed car, Ricky.
Well, sort of. But we won't get too wet, Mrs. Bishop. My top doesn't leak much.
Oh. What time do you think the dance will be over?
Oh, about 12, I guess. But that's when the real fun begins. There's no telling where the gang will go afterwards.
Yes.
Hello, Ricky.
Holy cow. Well, hello.
You're a bit early, aren't you?
I guess I am. Oh, boy.
Mother, where are you?
Oh, just getting your galoshes, dear.
Oh, do I have to? Galoshes?
Well, it is a little damp outside.
Boy, what a dress. Well, I better get the umbrella.
Oh, Mother, isn't he darling?
Yes, he is, dear. Cynthia Bishop, what have you done to your dress?
Oh, all I did was rip out the neck. You're not angry?
I'm furious.
Well, I guess we're all set.
Well, now have a good time, you two.
Thanks, Mrs. Bishop.
Good night, Mother.
Good night, honey, and drive carefully, Ricky.
Oh, I will.
Louise Bishop, you have deceived your husband. Oh, well.
Gee, Willie, you're practically the only man here wearing a tuxedo.
Oh, don't lay off, will you? Besides, my father says it'll fit me perfectly next year.
What's happened to your hand?
I can't help it. These darn cuffs, they keep sliding down, sliding down.
And pull in your chest. Stop showing off.
I'm not showing off. My chest isn't within a foot of this darned old starched shirt.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hello, Donnie. Hello, Willie.
Hi, you, Ricky.
Hi.
Cynthia, not on a night like this. Did my father know you were coming?
Oh, no, but I'm sure he'll be furious when he finds out.
That's a lovely dress.
Thank you.
You're so lucky your mother can sew.
Yes. She ought to make one for you, Donnie. She can make clothes for practically anyone.
Well, what are you standing there for, Willie? Let's dance.
Now, you're not going to believe this, but you're looking at the newly elected chief of the Napoleon Boosters Club.
Oh, Larry, no.
Yes, sir. I nosed out old Fred by 6 votes. Of course, I felt a little bad about beating old Fred, but, say, what are you doing up so late? Louise, there's nothing wrong with Cynthia.
Of course not, Larry. I'm just waiting up for her.
What did you say?
She went to the dance. Larry, where are you going?
Where am I going? I'm going to the high school and bring her home, of course.
Larry, don't. That's foolish. You'd break her heart.
Lou, why did you do it?
Because it was the most important thing in her life, and I wanted her to have it.
You sent her out on a night like this? You took a chance on...
Someone, Larry. Finally, someone in this house had to take a chance.
But, Lou, that kid is sick.
There's a sickness here worse than Cynthia's.
What are you talking about?
You, Larry. You're sick. Sick with fear. Fear of saying or doing something that Carrie or Fred might disapprove of.
Oh, Lou.
Fear that we may have to move out of this house. Fear of Dingle. Plodding along year after year simply because you haven't the courage to demand what's coming to you.
Well, maybe you should have married a millionaire.
Oh, you know I never gave a hang about money. All I ever wanted was to feel proud of you. Feel that we were living our own lives with a little dignity.
Dignity? Oh, sure, dignity. I guess the only way to be dignified in this town is to have money in the bank like you have.
Yes, I've got a little money in the bank, but it's not going to be used to buy this house. It's going to be used to get us out of here so that somehow we can find a little of what we dreamed of before it's too late.
It's too late now, Lou. It was too late the day Cynthia was born.
Oh, how can you...
You know, you can't just choose the things you want sometimes, Lou. God or fate or whatever you want to call it steps in and does the choosing for you. And I'm not so sure that it isn't best after all.
Wait a minute,
No,
Larry.
Lou, no, you wait. Oh, I'll admit that every now and then I read about some doctor making a great medical discovery and I shut my eyes and imagine it's me, but then I look at Cynthia and you and I wouldn't swap shoes with the greatest doctor in the whole world. Maybe I've been wrong all these years trying to make the best I could of it, but that's the way I am, I guess. Only I never thought you hated me for it.
Larry. Larry.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. The rain stopped, and the moon's reflected in the puddled street as Ricky's jalopy purrs quietly down Chestnut Avenue and comes to a whispered halt in front of Cynthia's house.
Well, good night, Ricky.
Hey, watch out for that puddle.
Oh, up to my ankles again.
Gee, I'm sorry, Cynthia.
Oh, it's all right, Ricky. When we were doing the conga line in front of Benny's barn, we were in puddles all the time.
Yeah, but I think I better carry you to your door. Now, hold tight.
Oh, Ricky!
Don't worry, I learned this hold in the Navy.
It's a very good hold.
You, haven't lost my ring, have you?
Lost it? Oh, no, Ricky. It's on this chain around my neck. See?
Oh, that's swell. Well, here's your door.
Good night again.
I sure hate to go, but you better get in and take off those wet shoes.
Why do you say things like that?
Well, because I figured out something tonight.
You did?
Remember that day I walked you home from school?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to open your coat the way you did. I mean, you didn't have to prove anything. I don't care even if you do catch colds easily.
Oh, Ricky. That's just about the nicest thing anyone ever said to me in all my life.
After tonight, I wouldn't care if you couldn't dance. Cynthia, Good night, Cynthia.
Oh, good night. Oh. Oh.
Well, what's the matter with you?
Mother, he kissed me.
Is that so? You feel all right?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Cynthia, your dress and your shoes. Did you lose your galoshes?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mother. Oh, do you know what we did?
Wet waiting, undoubtedly. And you go straight upstairs and get those wet things off.
But don't you want to hear about it?
Of course I do.
Oh, Mother, it was spectacular.
It was, huh?
Oh, and everyone wanted to dance with me. But Ricky wouldn't let them, except during the special cut-in. Then he kept cutting in himself.
Cynthia, your shoes are simply sopping.
Oh, honestly, the whole night seemed to go in just 5 minutes.
Now, get out of that dress.
Oh, and the orchestra. Art Goebel and his Joy Boys. Oh, just out of this world. And my dress, Mother. 3 of the girls thought it came from Chicago.
Well, they ought to see it now. Here, put on your robe.
Oh, and wait till I tell you about Donny. Will Parker tripped and knocked over the punch bowl. It went all over, Mother.
Uh-huh. Now, you're going to get right into a hot bath. Be careful now, and don't wake your father.
Mother, was he very angry?
Oh, we'll talk about that in the morning. Oh, wait a second, the thermometer. I'd better take your temperature. Morning, Larry. Sorry, I guess I overslept.
Morning, Lou. So did I. I made the coffee.
I get you some eggs or something?
No, thanks. How's Cynthia?
I don't know. I thought it best not to wake her.
Like to look at the morning paper?
Oh, your picture. Larry Bishop elected to head Boosters Club. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I'll get it. Professor Rosencrantz.
Excuse me for calling so early, but it is never too early for congratulations. My heartiest congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Professor. But even the boosters can make a mistake.
Boosters? What's boosters? I'm talking about Cynthia. Oh, Mrs. Bishop, such a pity you were not there to see her last night. A princess, a queen.
Well, it's very nice of you, Professor. How about some coffee?
Everyone is refusing coffee. Thank you. Last night, the music, the dancing, those young people. Remember, Mrs. Bishop, when you first come to Napoleon, how I tell you about Vienna?
Oh, please, Professor.
Huh? What? Now I tell you a secret. In the middle of everything last night, I said to myself, Vienna? What Vienna? Why do I think about things in the past? Here I am happy like a king. My studio, the high school, all those fresh young students, my friends. I have made my own Vienna, Mrs. Bishop, right here in Napoleon.
If you'll excuse me, Professor, I've got to get down to the hardware store.